Hi there. So first, go to Effects, Video Transitions and search for 3D Transition. Just drag and drop the one you like. I'm just kidding. In Video Transitions, you should see only Flip 3D, which is a default one in the free Davinci Resolve. These ones are available on my Coffee Page shop, so if you don't like compositing in Fusion, just go get them and enjoy using your new 3D fully customizable transitions that works also with free version. Today I will show you how you can create 3D cylinder transition effect. So without further ado, let's start. This is more an intermediate tutorial, but if you're an absolute beginner, just follow along and you should be fine as well. So first, apply cross-dissolve transition to your clips. We will base on these transitions to create our 3D transition. Right-click and choose Convert to Fusion Cross-Dissolve. Now right-click again and open Fusion page. In the Nodes panel, you should see Media In 1 and 2, which represent your clips in the timeline, Media Out node that is responsible to display our composition, and our cross-dissolve transition. This is actually a group of nodes. Our task is to create a new composition of nodes between media in and out. So let me delete it. As a first step, drag and drop new background node. In the inspector, the image tab, check if the height matches the height of your timeline. The width parameter should be able to contain 4 clips plus spaces between them. Let me preview the background on the left viewer. So the width parameter I will multiply by 4 and add 800 pixels. That should be enough. Next, add Multimerge node. Connect input with the background node and preview it on the right. Now connect the media in and 2. The layer list window shows what is already connected to the Multimerge node. We can see our 2 media nodes, but in the preview there is only one. This is because they overlap. So let's move them to the left using Center X control. I will leave a space between them. Now we need to duplicate our media in 1 and 2, but instead of regular copy-paste, we will paste using Ctrl-Shift-V combination. That will create an instance copy. Regular copy is fine too, unless you want to create a preset. Make sure all the medias are evenly positioned on the Multimerge node. Next, add Shape 3D node. Let me preview it on the right. In the inspector, set shape to cylinder. Radius 1.45. Connect Multimerge with the foreground input of the Shape 3D node, the green arrow. Then add Merge 3D node and preview it on the right. Add Camera 3D node and connect it to the Merge 3D node. Next, in the Selection tool, search for Ambient Light. Add it to the Merge 3D node. Finally, add Renderer 3D node. Connect Merge 3D node using yellow input, which is background input. Renderer 3D basically takes the 3D world and translates it into 2D that can be displayed by Media Out node. The problem here is the camera location. Let me correct that, so click the camera node and in the inspector, Transform tab, adjust the Z-axis translation. Now I see the cylinder is too squarey. Let me go to the Shape 3D node and change the height parameter to 1. Okay, back to our camera. So this is the Z-axis translation setting we want our transition start from. But we need to rotate our cylinder so that camera catches only the first clip. So back again to our Shape 3D node. In the rotation section, correct the Y settings. Okay, let me fine-tune camera position. And yes, this should be our first frame of the transition. Let's connect the Renderer 3D to the media out. Before we go on, I will go back to Edit page and make the transition longer. It will give us more frames in Fusion page to animate. As you see, all our transition is doing so far is displaying the clips on the cylinder surface. Now we need to animate the camera movement and cylinder rotation. Let's go back to Fusion, right-click, open in Fusion page. One remark regarding Renderer 3D node, enable lighting and shadows. If the scene is too dark, correct the intensity of the ambient light. Okay, so let's first animate the cylinder rotation. Right-click, modify width, Anim Curves. Then, in the Modifiers tab, you will see the Anim Curves is created for the Y rotation parameter. Now go to the first frame and in the scaling section, adjust the offset control. The camera seems to be too close. Yeah, now it's better. So if we play it, the cylinder will rotate 180 degrees starting from the 43.6 degree as set in the offset parameter. If after the rotation the image is not perfectly aligned, you probably need to correct Multimerge center parameter. Let me fast forward it. Okay, it's better. And let's set 270 degree. In the curve shape, you can decide smoothness of the animation, for instance sine for in and cubic for out. Let's preview our transition in the edit page. Once the render cache is ready, the blue line, if you don't see it, go to playback, render cache and check more. Okay, next to animate is the camera movement. We will use Anim Curve also. Move playhead to frame 0, correct offset. But this time, we want the animation stops in the middle and then go backwards. To achieve it, just select mirror option. For the smoothness behavior, let's choose custom this time and bend the line manually to our liking. Last but not least, let's decrease the scale. 10 is too much, maybe 2. Let's check out our transition in edit page. Leave a comment if you're gonna try it or if you prefer ready-to-use transitions on my Ko-fi page. See you in the next one, cheers!